Okay. So today's activity will entail having our schedule. Like you can see on the screen, it's my schedule, and your schedule might be slightly different. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this schedule into a Google Calendar schedule. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to add events into Google Calendar. Okay, so first event I'm gonna add here today is what's happening on Tuesday. On Tuesday, I have Group F in room 201. So I'm gonna come to Google Calendar. So calendar Google. Good morning. And I have set it in a way where I can see the whole week. Sorry, I'm recording myself. Excuse me, guys. I am here second period with Group F. Yeah, so I'm recording myself with the work so they can see it later. Reading a YouTube video. Yeah, thank you, Juan. Okay, so I'm going to add this Group F, room 201 on Tuesdays. So I see here Tuesday the 7th, that's today. Okay, I'm going to click. And now I see it says not the timing here. Let me add the title first. The title is going to be, for me, room 201. I'm going to put the group F and the class intro to real world. Okay, it's an event. Tuesday, October 7th. It starts at 9:15, so I need to correct that. And it's 1 hour long. So from 9:15 to 10:15. Timing is correct. Next, if it repeats. Yes, it does repeat. It does repeat every Tuesday. Every Tuesday I will see them. However, I want to set a custom setting. Custom setting allows me to say, oh, it's every Tuesday and it ends on, and this is where we're going to change it all together, not on January 26th or never, because otherwise it will create it forever. We're going to change next month and we're going to go all the way to June 26th. Okay, on June 26th. We're going to click done. So now we have the title. We have when does it happen on Tuesdays, 9:15 to 10:15. And it happens every Tuesday until June 26th. I said June 26th because June 26th is usually when the end of the school year happens. And so now I'm gonna select the location. I'm gonna write Ames Satellite High School. Okay. And now for me, what I have done is I have created different colors for different classrooms. You can do the same by adding a label. So you can add a label and say, okay, maybe instead of having it by room, you can say, you can change the colors instead of for different classes. So you can have one for STEM with Mr. Jordan and a different color for finance with Miss Denise, or a different color for the class with Mr. Andy, TLA. So you can set all that up. I set my colors here to match the room that I'm going to be teaching in because I teach in different rooms. So room 201, which is this room, it's this little blue color. And now I'm going to, wait, we're not going to change it first. Before we save it, I want to show you one thing. So these are reminders. These are reminders. You can set reminders 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before, an hour, a day, even a week before. I use this at home to make sure I remember when I have different things. And I'll show you that in a second. So 10 minutes before, to me, that's enough. and I'm gonna save it. Okay, so now I have it right here. Room 201, I know it's group F, entrance to the real world on Tuesday, and it's gonna go on all the way through June 26th. So if I go to the next week by clicking the arrow to the right up here next to the month, I can go, oh, look, next week, and then the week after, and then the week after, the week after. And I see, for example, here, there's a trip coming up at the end of October. Okay. All right. So back to this week. This is today. We're going to create another one. Here I have a prep period. So I'm going to click to start by labeling prep. Prep is the period where teachers prepare for the next lessons and they grade and they do other work. So this is going to happen at 10:15 until 11:15. That's 1 hour. It does repeat. It repeats every Tuesday, but we want to make sure we have an end date. So we go custom, go on. So it's every Tuesday, and it's going to finish, as we said, in June. So we go April, May, June 2026. Usually we finish school on the last week of June. Done. Now we're going to add a location. Means Satellite High School. And for me, I'm going to change the color because I have a color for prep. And this is my time to prepare. Wait, what did I click? Accident. Prep. And we're going to save it. Okay, there you go. Oh, look at how I did this one. I put room 201 at the beginning. I could do the same thing. So I can go here, click the pencil to edit the event. I'm going to put room. I'm just going to shorten it, 201. And we're going to change it for all of the events. All of the events. Okay. Here we go. Okay, now, what's the next one? The next one is I have room 4th period, group E in room 202. So I'm going to click here, room 202, say group E, and this is intro to real world. And it starts at 10, 11, 15. It does repeat. It repeats every Tuesday, but it's going to end every Tuesday, and it ends on, again, we go January, February, March, April, May, June. June 26th. Done. We're going to add a location. Queens Satellite High School in Jamaica, Queens. And I'm going to change the color to green because room 202 is green. I'm going to save it. Do I need to change anything else? Does it look good? Room 201, 202. E into the real world. Okay. What I can also do, this might actually help you, but yes, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to save it. And I'm going to add one more here. We're going to go, this is room 304. I'm looking for this box right here. Okay. Room 304. And the group is D, intro to real world. Starts at 12:15, ends at 1:15. It repeats every Tuesday, but it goes until June 26th, February, March, April, May, June 26th. Done. And we're gonna add, nope, remove this. We're gonna add location, Queens Satellite High School. And I'm gonna change the color here because this is in room 304 upstairs. Save it. Great. Now I'm gonna delete this one and I'm gonna show you how to have your lunch. So lunch tends to happen at the same time. So we can make this event repeat itself multiple times, and you will have this for your schedule too. I'm going to label this lunch. Set the timing 1:15 till 2 o'clock. It's 45 minutes. 1:15 till 2 o'clock. And it does repeat. So, but this lunch period only is like this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So what we do is we say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it finishes on, again, June 2026. June 2026, on June 26th, and done. Now I'm gonna change the color. I'm gonna say lunch is green because I'm free. It's my time. And the location again means Satellite High School. And save. So now you see the lunch appears Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What I'm missing here is to make sure I have all of my events, all of these days added in here. Okay. So we're going to make sure we add all of our schedule for the whole week. I'm gonna add one more just to show you again last time. Click. You say, okay, I see group D, room 201. For some of you, for all of you, you're going to have the same class every week at the same time. So let's say room 201, and you tell the class, your class will be Introduction to Real World. Let's correct this. And it's every Wednesday, start 9:15, 10:15, weekly on Wednesdays, custom, and it goes all the way until June 26th. Location means satellite, and the color, I'm going to change the color to room 201. What you guys can do is, if it's going to help you wake up earlier or know they need to be on time, is change it to, let's say, 1 hour before. So now I know that on Wednesdays, I need to be here early. I need to be here at least an hour before and 10 minutes before to remind me, oh, I got to prepare. I have to get ready. So I'm going to save it. Save. Okay, so as you can see, now room 201, 201 is the same color, but I know I have to see group F one day and then group D the next day. Okay. All right, I'm gonna end this video and I will help you guys around.